Hello and welcome to Holistic Sight's video series on EFT. My name is Donna Belangi and I'm a holistic health practitioner. And this video is on weight and using EFT to help you to reduce or gain. Some people have the situation in either way. It'll work for whichever way that you care to work with on your weight issues. Now this video is going to be specifically on just weight issues. Watch the intro video and it'll explain how to use this for cravings and for exercise or to get yourself motivated to doing those things as well. This one is going to look at the issues, or what we're going to work on specifically with this one is the issues of weight and how you look and what weight is to you. Because before you do that, until you see that, any of the cravings and the diets and the exercise and all that might not work as effectively for you. Just to give you a little bit of an insight about me is back in January of 2011, I weighed 220 pounds. And now it's November of 2011. And I'm 145 pounds, and I still have a ways to go. My goal is 120 to 125, but I've gone quite a lot. 75 pounds been reduced from using EFT and some other exercises that I'm doing, but mostly using the EFT especially when I get to those points where I'm just stuck. EFT has been my savior. I don't know if I want to call it a savior, but it's been my savior. So I would like to work with you on the issue of weight. So as always, I'd like you to think about how you feel about yourself and your weight. And just allow whatever stress comes up, where you feel it in your body, engage where you are in that stress level from 0 being I'm very calm with that, I'm feeling good, to 10 where this is very stressful for me. And pause the tape if you'd like to, jot down exactly what you're working on, be very specific with it. You can do just my weight, or you can do my belly fat, or my big butt, or my chubby cheeks, or how people look at me. There could be a specific aspect of it, or I'm too thin. I mean, that's an issue that people are dealing with as well. Okay, welcome back. We're going to start with the tapping session on weight, and as always, be very specific and stay focused. If aspects come up and they relate to it, keep with it. If they don't relate, if you're dazing off or to being distracted, kind of focus back in. All right, karate chop. Even though I have some issues with my weight, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though sometimes I really am disgusted with the way I look, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though sometimes it's difficult to even go out in public because I'm so embarrassed with how I look, I deeply and completely accept myself. Now I'm going to say the tapping points along with it if you're doing the audio on the eyebrow point. Okay, see yourself as you are right now, with your weight, with how you look, the side of the eye. Notice any feelings that come up with this. Is there anger? Is there shame? Is there sadness? Allow whatever comes up to be there under the eye. What thoughts do you have about yourself? What thoughts about your weight, or even about your general appearance under your nose? Notice any thoughts that you have about not liking yourself, hating yourself, wishing you looked different on the chin. Do you compare yourself with other people? Notice who you compare yourself with. And notice how you come up in that comparison on the collarbone. See yourself as you are and notice all the thoughts that come up. And then what do you think about other people are saying about you? What is it you think they're saying? And bring up whatever feelings that brings up under the arm. Does that bring up anger or shame or resentment or pain or whatever comes up? Allow it to be there. What are they saying about you? What do you hear them say about you? On the gamut. See and sense whatever it is that comes up when you think about your weight, when you think about how you look, what other people say, what you say about yourself. Allow all those thoughts to be there, all the feelings to be there on the top of the head. See yourself as you are with your weight. Does it stop you from doing things? Does it make you do things? Buy clothes you don't want to buy or wish that you could buy clothes that you would like to buy? Shake it out. Take a deep breath and relax. Now gauge yourself from 0 to 10. If you're still up there, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You can listen to this as often as you like. On the next round, we're going to work on, this is the part that's scary, making yourself even bigger or smaller. Now, depending on what you're working on. If you feel like you're overweight, make yourself bigger. If you feel like you're underweight, make yourself smaller. So this is going to bring up those fears that we have of those things happening. But we're denying ourselves from allowing that to happen, so we don't work on it. So allow the EFT to work on those fears. Okay, karate chop. Even though I fear getting bigger or smaller, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I'm so disgusted with myself, I can't imagine getting either bigger or smaller, depending on what you're working on. I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I resist it heavily and there's no way I'm going to get any bigger or any smaller, I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, eyebrow point. Now I want you to see yourself being that big, 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 or small, small, small. Whatever the fear is on that. On the side of the eye. Allow the picture to be there of you being that size that there's no way you will allow yourself to be that way, but you fear that that's what's really going to happen. Under the eye. See yourself at 400, 500 pounds or 90 pounds, or whatever it is that you have that fear of. Feel your body under the nose. Feel how it feels to walk, to sit, to get up, to get down on the chin. Your energy is so low. It's hard to move. Either way, it's hard to move. If you're too thin, you just don't have the energy. If you're too fat, you don't have the energy. On the collarbone, allow yourself to be that bigger or that smaller, whatever it is, be it huge on either side, hugely big, hugely small. Under the arm, allow whatever fears, whatever feelings, whatever thoughts come up about yourself being that size. Hear your own thoughts and hear the thoughts of others. On the gamut, what fears come up about what other people say about you, what you say about yourself, what you think about yourself, what you fear about getting to that size that's just no way, yet you fear that that's what's going to happen. On the top of the head, feeling out of control. The biggest thing is just feeling that sense of being out of control of your life, of everything that's going on, and it's right there. It's right in front. Everybody sees it. You can't hide it, or unless you stay at home, and that's what happens sometimes. Just staying at home. Allow all that to come up. Shake it out. Inhale and relax. Yeah, okay, that was probably the biggest one. You might want to even do that one round over and over. For me, that was the biggest thing, that getting bigger and bigger and watching myself getting bigger and bigger and not feeling like I could do anything about it. Luckily, EFT was there to help me and hopefully help you too. So we're going to go on to the third round. Again, gauge yourself from 0 to 10 where you are right now. Pause the tape, jot down aspects that came up that you want to work on separately. Come back for round 3. Okay, now this one we're going to be our ideal weight. So this one, and again, it's not for that positive thing, it's to bring up fears of being that way, because the people sometimes are overweight or underweight because being that, I'll say, the perfect weight has brought problems. Maybe men have hit on women, or women have hit on men, or in some way it's caused it not to even want to be that perfect weight. So bring up those fears. Okay, karate chop. Even though I might have fears on being in my perfect weight, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though there might be some situations that have come up where my perfect weight has caused problems, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I don't even know what it feels like to be my perfect weight, because I don't remember ever being it, I deeply and completely accept myself. On the eyebrow, see yourself at whatever that perfect weight for you is. On the side of the eye, notice how you feel at that perfect weight. Notice how you look at that perfect weight, whatever that weight is for you. Under the eye, notice how you move through your life and how it feels, how comfortable it is or uncomfortable it is. Under the nose, notice what people have to say about it, about you. Notice what you say about you. On the chin, notice how you feel about looking in your clothes or feel about going places in this ideal weight. On the collarbone, see and feel any fears that come up. There's a good chance that you're not at this ideal weight because you fear it in some way. So notice any situations that might have come up in your life where you have a fear of that ideal weight or being that perfect weight. Under the arm, it's very common for people to actually not want to be at that weight, that ideal perfect weight, for some reason. Maybe they're using the overweight or underweight as an excuse for something, to not do something in their life or not go somewhere, or maybe if you don't have the perfect partner, it might be, oh, it's because I'm overweight or underweight, and it's an excuse. So if you were your ideal weight, you wouldn't have that excuse. I'm not saying that's what it is, but there's a possibility of that. So notice it. On the top of the head, the gamut point. Notice whatever feelings come up to be there. That maybe you want to be overweight for some reason. And notice the fear and the thoughts that come up with being at your ideal perfect weight. On the top of the head, see yourself at that perfect weight. Walking around, seeing your life, seeing how your life would be different or the same. See situations that would come up that would be different or the same. Just be at that ideal weight and just notice what it feels like, what comes up. Shake it out, take a deep breath, and exhale. And again, jot down aspects that came up. There might be quite a lot that's come up with all these, and that's fine. You can listen to this over and over again.